I think you are shitting on your clients, and you don't even know it. But we have a strategy, and the strategy is this. I think it is irresponsible if you get on the phone and call one of your clients and ask for a referral. I think it's irresponsible because there's a better way. I remember graduating from college, and I got phone calls from people who had graduated previous to me, and they said, Eric, hey, let's connect. Let's go out for coffee. And first of all, if you're asking me out for coffee, I don't drink coffee, so you don't know me that well. But I would connect with them, and they'd ask me for 30 minutes about my life. Eric, what's going on? Congrats on graduating. What are you doing now? That's great. And for 30 minutes, they'd ask me about my family and my friends and my business. And then they'd switch the conversation. And they would switch the conversation and they would change the language to start selling me something. All of a sudden, I find out they're a financial planner or they sell insurance. And you know that toxic feeling when it all of a sudden feels like you just got used for the last 45 minutes or so? I think we do that every time we call our sphere of influence or our past clients and just ask for a referral. I think you are shitting on your clients, and you don't even know it. You didn't think the minister guy would say shitting, right? But yeah, I'm Lutheran, so I'm forgiven right away. I think that's how it works, so I'm totally good. Here's the strategy that we employ with our team. If we have a client event coming up, say our Pi Day is coming up in a couple of weeks, you've been receiving phone calls, text messages, emails, Facebook notifications, and all these other things to stay in front of people. What's your name? Shastine. We don't have any Shastines in Fargo, so there you go. So if Shastine was my client or my friend or whatever it may be, I'd send you some text messages. I'd make sure I get voice to voice, and if I can't get voice to voice, I'm going to leave a voicemail because we have a relationship. By the way, I don't think you should ever leave a voicemail with somebody who you don't know. But because Shastine and I know each other now, I'm going to leave a voice message reminding you about Pi Day, encouraging you to sign up, pointing to you, pointing to you, pointing to you. I have 5 or 6 points of contact. Then we give away the pie and you show up. And we think we're these big heroes because we're giving things away at a client event. But what happens is you just drove 20 minutes in one direction to come and pick up a $6 Costco pumpkin pie to drive 20 minutes in the other direction. You invested in me more than I invested in you. Do you realize that? It's really big. And so what happens then, Shastine, is now I'm calling you the week after Thanksgiving and I'm asking you, how was your holiday? How was the pie? And I've now made 7 or 8 contacts, correct? I'm going to end that conversation by saying, Shastine, if it's cool with you, I want to call you next week because I have a really awesome business thing that I'm working on. I've identified it as a business conversation, and now when I call you next week, I'm going to say, Shastine, it's Eric. Hey, do you have a minute so I can talk business with you? Awesome. Hey, I have a huge goal for 2020. My wife and I have these really big dreams of empowering our kids and having them as a part of the process. And so I want you, if possible, to be thinking of anybody who's looking to buy or sell. Here's what I want, Shastine. This is a huge mistake. Please take this away from your time here because I think this is maybe the most valuable thing I can teach you, is that you need to teach your past clients and sphere of influence how to give you a referral. You need to teach them because most of the time, Shastine would say hey, I referred you to my coworker last week. And I'm like, that's great, but they never called me. We have to teach our past clients and sphere of influence how to give a referral. And so I would say to you, Shastine, if you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell, would you introduce me on a text message? And the 3 of us, I'll get you out of there so you're not caught. But would you do that for me? Because I'm committed to my wife and my family. You see how that feels a little different? Our customers are demanding more. They don't want to be transactionalized. They don't want to be scripted. They want to be connected with. So my challenge to you is to try to find a way to be remarkable. And that means to do things that other people aren't doing and to be so exceptional that people will literally remark about you. On that list of 3, we talked about PCSOI, the low-hanging fruit, and the long-term nurtures. And this is all a play into doing things that will feed into your PCSOI. Simon Sinek has a book out right now called The Infinite Game, and he speaks of playing the finite game, that is chasing the transactions and working on just one piece of business after the next. But the infinite game is branding yourself as such and playing such a game of a long-term strategy that you are invested and ingrained in people's lives and you become synonymous as a relationship and not as a realtor.